Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lynn and I'm the owner of Matcha Money. I use the cash envelope method to manage my finances and maintain a healthy relationship with money. And in this video, things are going to go a little bit differently. I know I haven't posted it in a while, but I thought my first video for 2026 should be building my financial planner. But do not worry, those cash stuffing videos will be coming back. This video right here, as you can see, I had my winter setup. So like those cash stuffing videos, everything for this month is going to be uploaded pretty late. But anyway, let's get into it. Everything I'm using to customize my financial planner is from cloth and paper. This is going to be a disc-bound planner. So the discs I'm using are these Matcha discs. They are a 1-inch size and they came in a subscription box sometime last year. I'm using the As We Are cover and dashboard set. For dividers, I'm using two different sets. This one I think is called the editorial vellum divider set, and then I also have the 6-tab. As far as categories go, I will get into that later. Then I have all the inserts that I'm using for this planner. I have the monthly admin inserts, the executive graph notes, and I also have the regular graph notes. I have the checklist inserts, and lastly, I have the task planner inserts. So now for assembly, I do have 9 different categories for tabs in this planner. The 6 tabs I'm going to be putting into the back of the planner. These are intended to be corresponding to my cash envelope categories. And then for the 3 tabs that are going to be in the front, these are mainly going to be for my note taking when it comes to budgeting each paycheck. So here I'm adding the label stickers to each of my dividers. I'm using the label stickers in the Legend edition, as well as the financial organizer stickers that came in one of the subscription boxes in the past. So this first section I labeled calendar. This is going to have my paycheck schedule and bill schedule. This next section is for my financial goals. To be honest, I've been cash stuffing a little bit aimlessly, but now I'm actually going to be designating certain amounts that I'm going to try to reach, and the notes for that is going to go in this section. The third section I labeled budget, and this is where I'm going to be planning out each of my paychecks. Now moving on to the 6 tabs that are supposed to be representative of each of my main envelope categories. My cash envelope system involves several binders, and each binder is what I call an umbrella category. So some of these sections are going to be representative of each of those umbrella categories. So the first section is labeled needs, which is corresponding to my priority or primary sinking funds binder. Next section is entertainment, which is going to be corresponding to our special occasions binder. Then family, which is going to be my family binder that has my cash envelopes for my son, my dog, and my partner. Next section is self-care, which is basically for my personal binder. It has a lot of hobbies and self-care related categories. I'm labeling the next section savings, which is going to have my notes for my savings challenges. And then the last section is going to be shopping. And I'm intending this section to be for like wish lists as well as purchase tracking. So now that I have all my sections labeled, all I'm going to do is assemble with the inserts. This is the fun part where we get to pop everything onto those discs. So whenever I do a cash stuffing, I like to plan out the amounts that I'm allocating to each cash envelope before I actually withdraw. But every time my notes are so scattered and then they would just get thrown away. So that is why I'm creating a financial planner, so I can finally keep my notes organized and actually be able to look back at my past cash stuffing sessions. That way I can see how much progress I'm making, make adjustments to my habits, and actually set some concrete goals. Now that the foundations of my planner are put together, it's time for the inserts. So into the calendar section, I'm using the monthly admin inserts. I plan to use this insert to hold all the dates for my paychecks, as well as any other important dates in which bills are due. or any other tasks that are related to finances. I like how these inserts have the graph note on the back, so I intend to use that for any memos or reminders that I need to jot down for each month. For the goals section of my planner, I'm using the graph note inserts just to give complete freedom in the layout of my spread. And then for the budget section of my planner, I'm using the executive graph note inserts. This specifically has the section at the top where you can write in the subject as well as circle in the day, month, and date. I thought this would be perfect for my paycheck allocation notes to write in the paycheck number and circle in the pay date at the top. Now on to the next 6 tabs. So since these are each representative of different sinking funds, I wanted to use these sections to kind of track my progress, whether I'm increasing or decreasing more often than not. So I'm using the tracker inserts for each of these sections. I'm also taking just one sheet of the graph note for each of the sections to keep at the front as somewhat of a dashboard to kind of give myself an overview of each of the sections, what categories I have in each, how much I would like to ideally stuff for each, things like that. Now for the very last section, which is shopping, I'm using the checklist inserts. These I'm planning to use for any shopping lists for reoccurring expenses, specific items that I'm saving up for. For example, for a Montessori room, I would dedicate one of the quadrants to that and then list whatever items I was planning to purchase for that. And I didn't show it here, but I did also add some tracker inserts to go into the back of the shopping section as well to track my purchases. So now I'm going through my cloth and paper journaling card collection just to accessorize my planner to complete it. I ended up going with this journaling card that says focus because now that I have more concrete goals, I want to make sure that I am truly focusing on that discipline to keep up with my cash stuffing routine. I also added a few magnetic clips to the planner, and I ended up switching my goal section and my budget section. I did this specifically because I wanted to use a magnetic clip to bookmark the current month as well as the current pay period without entrapping the goal section in between. And that way it would be a quick and easy flip. So that is my setup for my financial planner. I'm super happy with how it turned out and I love the colors for this setup. I use black and green in my Matcha Money packaging, so I thought that was a perfect representation of my brand. And I'm excited to be featuring this in my cash stuffing videos from now on. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, let me know in the comments if you have a financial planner yourself and if you're a fellow stationery fan. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.